Hi, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram with you today on your daily weekend cricket show, the Cricket Happening Show. And what we are going to look at today is the Pakistan versus Zimbabwe second test match. You know, Pakistan have already won the first test match, so we are talking about the second test match between Pakistan and Zimbabwe, which is on. I'm going to briefly touch on that, and then we have a look at the Indian team selection for the England tour, where India is going to play a series of 5 test matches, which does not include Hardik Pandya or Kuldeep Yadav. So we'll have a look at that and see. I will just just analyze the team that has been selected for the England tour, and we also look at some happenings that happened in this particular week as far as the cricket is concerned. So, but I'm going to start off with the Pakistan versus Zimbabwe. We are looking at the day two, as to just tell you as to what the situation is right now. Second test at Harare in between Pakistan and Zimbabwe. Pakistan 510 for 8 declared. That was what has happened today. The feature being Abid Ali going on to a maiden double century in Test cricket, not out 215, with 29 boundaries initially for the second wicket. He added a very record runs. In fact, I think it was 236 runs with Azhar Ali, who contributed 126 with 17 fours and 1 six. And today, there was a real surprise packet in the Pakistan team. Nauman Ali, who normally comes in at number 8, and very unfortunately missed his century, maiden's ton in Test cricket. Nauman Ali not played a lot of test matches, he's just come into the test arena, and his contribution was 97, 9 fours and 5 sixes. Truly deserved a century. Very unfortunately, after tea, he just got his foot up in the air, and the Zimbabwean wicket-keeper Chakabwa was absolutely onto a flash as he stumped him on the bowling of the spinner Chisoro for 97 with 9 boundaries and 5 6. What a knock from Nauman Ali, getting 97 runs. As I said, he truly deserved a century. That was another mammoth partnership that started 341 for 7 when Hassan Ali departed. And after that, Nauman Ali came in and stuck into the Zimbabwean spinners, especially as they sent them crashing for 5 sixes, as 9 fours included in that. And that was a partnership with the double century. And also one more thing. At least the match was declared 510 for 8 declared, but Abid Ali, if this innings would have gone through, he would have probably become the first ever a person, I think, in Test history to have gone on to not only make a double century, he's made in double ton, but also go on to carry the bat through the innings. But I can understand that Pakistan decided to declare, so that's the right way to go after Nauman Ali's dismissal. 510 for 8 declared. So the Pakistan showing that it was a very decent batting pitch to bat on. 510 for 8 declared. Looking at the bowling there, Blessing was Ramani, definitely the pick of them. 29 over 6 minutes, 82 runs and 3 wickets. Nagarava 1 for 58. Jongwei got his maiden test wicket. 1 for 68. He picked up Luke Jongwei picked up his maiden test wicket before Hassan Ali. So Donald Tapano 1 for 83. Chisoro, the spinner, 183. Shumba 15 overs, 1 for 73. Got clattered for 18 in one particular over. And Abid Ali and Nauman Ali absolutely. I would say they turned on the accelerator after between the lunch and tea session, as they added a pound full of runs, one could say. As far as Zimbabwe are concerned, they were absolutely struggling at close of play. With 4 wickets down for 52. Long way to go for Zimbabwe here. Roy Keogh is another one who was injured, as you would remember, in the field. So whether he's coming to batting is left to question. Kevin Kazuza was out for 4, bowled by Hassan Ali for 4. Musakanda, in fact, Tabish Khan from Pakistan, the right-arm pace bowler, he was the one who actually got them the breakthrough in the second over. This was his maiden over. It was his first over in international cricket. Tabish Khan, at the age of 36, making his debut for Pakistan in the Test match against Zimbabwe. But he picked up the wicket of Tarisan Musakanda when he had him LBW with a ball probably swinging into the leg stump. He was gone for naught. So and it was Tavish Khan, who did not look very penetrative, but nevertheless did his job in his first Test match. 10 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 22. And can you believe this? At age of 36, this pace bowler, who has been doing great work in Pakistan domestic cricket, finally made his debut. I really feel sorry for the people at the age of 35, 36, especially pace bowlers. I can understand spinners coming from Pakistan. We have seen a lot of spinners who have come in Pakistan, who have come at a very, very old age. I mean, not really. I mean, normally they say the spinners come at the age of 25, and then they mature at the age of probably around 29, 30, and then they really mean business. But in this case, really, if you look at it, Tavish Khan really surprised. But as a pacer, I think you definitely lose a lot of pace of yours when you go over the years. So, but nevertheless, Pakistan has this history now of putting in a lot of people who are pretty old, and they come to cricket at a very not at a young age, but at a very old age, one could say, considering cricket as a game. Tavish Khan, 10 overs, 3 made 1 for 22. Azhar Ali, 1 for 7, and Sajid Khan also got his wicket as well. He got 1 wicket as well. So that is the match situation going on to day 3, with Zimbabwe absolutely struggling at 52 for a long way to go for them. Brendan Taylor's, even though he's the captain of the team, I have to say Brendan Taylor has not been performing to the expectations that the Zimbabwean public would have had. And not a lot of batting to come. As I said, Roy Keogh is an injured person. Whether it will be bad is left to question. Luke Jongwe, yes, definitely capable. Donald Tripano can bat a bit, but again, as I said, they are having not a big tail is going to follow for Zimbabwe. So that's the match situation. If you look at the Pakistan Zimbabwe Test match, now I'm going to have a look at the Indian team that has been selected for the England tour. As you know, India are going to England. At first, they are going to play the final of the World Test Championship, the first ever World Test Championship that is going to take place against New Zealand, and which will decide which team would be the one which will be the best Test team in the world. And this is the first time ever that a World Championship in Test cricket is going to be played, and one is really seriously looking forward to it. And the subsequent 5 Test series against England follows. The WTC final between India and New Zealand, June 18 to 22 in Southampton, and the Test series kicks off from August the 4th and goes all the way towards September 14. Now let's have a look at the team that has been selected. So India have really selected a very strong team, and especially considering the COVID that has been going on, I think India have they've gone for a team of probably 19 people. So have a look at it. Now, if you look at the team there, some people definitely automatically select themselves. Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Mayank Agarwal, KL Rahul. Again, he's still there, but still it happens to be that he has to recover. That's what I understand. Pujara, we all know, is a rock. Kohli leading the side. Ajinkya Rahane, Rishabh Pant, Riddhiman Shah, the reserve wicketkeeper for India. Hanuman, sorry, one does not know whether Rishabh Pant or Riddhiman Shah will keep wickets. Hanuma Vihari, who was doing duty in England for the English county for the first time. Washington Sundar, Ravindra Jadeja, Ravichandran Ashwin, Shardul Thakur. All these players who did well against Australia are into the setup. Akshar Patel, Ishan Sharma. Good to see Ishan Sharma back. We saw him in the IPL. He missed the Australian tour, but he's back in colours once again for India. Ishan Sharma, Mohammad Shami is back after that injury he sustained in Australia. Mohammad Siraj was an absolute revelation when he played in Australia against Australia. Umesh Yadav, who also went out with an injury in Australia, we all know. So back to the real strong side that India had, and Jasprit Bumrah, the workhorse, the absolute what do you call the real key for India, Jasprit Bumrah. So just going through this particular team, I have to say one would be wondering that Hardik Pandya is not there in the team. Yes, I definitely shared something on Twitter, but I also came to know that Hardik Pandya, he has not been bowling, and probably his shoulder is also causing a bit of a problem, and that's the precise reason that Hardik Pandya has been left out. Kuldeep Yadav, unfortunately, with all the amidst the competition which is going on after Akshar Patel has come to the scene, with also Varun Chakravarti, who did well in the IPL. Kuldeep Yadav could not even get a game in the IPL, as we all know. So that is something sad, but unfortunately, Kuldeep Yadav has to really work his way around coming into this Indian team. Other than that, only one thing that I would like to say here is that if you look at the team composition, I think the team composition is absolutely okay. But one thing that I would like to say here is that Prithvi Shaw, who had a great time in the Indian Premier League 2021, to me was an absolute. I thought he was an automatic choice for the Indian team, but it has really come as a surprise that he's not even finding a team place as a standby player. Abhimanyu Ishwaran has been given the nod. And Prasidh Krishna is another standby player, but I'm happy for Avesh Khan, who has come into the team. Avesh Khan, as you know, he was bowling 140 clicks in the IPL. He worked hard, and he was the leading wicket taker in the Indian Premier League 2021. And I thought he was one very good bowler. Who was probably in the range of Mohammad Siraj, according to me, because he could actually, he could stop the flow of runs. He could pick up some vital wickets at vital times in the Indian Premier League. And I think Avesh Khan, I was definitely expecting him, but he's on the standby player. But nevertheless, that is something he will definitely take. But what has been the biggest surprise that has come to me is Azhar Nagwaswala. Azhar Nagwaswala is a left-arm bowler. We saw Chetan Sakaria into action in the IPL 2021, but Azhar Nagwaswala was someone who was an absolutely unknown quantity. He has come from Gujarat, I am told. He has been doing well over there. He really seams the ball up and down, and I'm told the reason he has been selected is that he's going to be the net bowler for India against for all the players, and the reason being that Trent Bolt and they have the left arm bowler. I think it is Wagner. They have Trent Bolt, Tim Saudi, and Wagner. So basically, to deal against the left arm bowling of Trent Bolt, they want to get some practice in England, and that's because he's the one. And the reason behind that is that Azhar Nagwaswala from Gujarat swings the ball both ways. So that would probably give them a sort of a study as to once they play them in the nets. I think they would be much more adept at tackling an international bowler like Trent Bolt. Probably that is the reasoning that is being put through. But Prithvi Shaw, well, I think Prithvi Shaw should have made it to the team, at least as a standby player, because Abhimanyu Ishwaran has not really. Abhimanyu Ishwaran. I understand that Abhimanyu Ishwaran is a good player. He's also knocking on the Indian, because he has done very well domestically, which definitely that is something which has to be accepted, no doubt about it. But I thought Prithvi Shaw had done all that he could to merit a place in this Indian team, at least in the reserves, but he has not found his place. So Azhar Nagwaswala has definitely got a lucky chance, and I'm sure he's going to take it with both hands, and he will try to see that he could put his best foot forward, because as you know, if you could impress at the first impression is the best impression, and if you could do that, then he might well get a ticket to play against England. You never know. So against England, probably yes. So that's what I just wanted to look at. So now let's have a look at something that we missed in the last week. So anything? Yes, one thing that I can say: Indian Premier League, unfortunately, has to come to abrupt halt, and I think with the world COVID situation, I think it is absolutely. And in India, we know that this particular pandemic is absolutely raging right now, and it's a very tough time for the whole world. And I think it's only in the fitness of things that Indian Premier League 2021 was brought to abrupt halt, and now it could move to. There's a lot of talk going on. A lot of countries are vying for the post. Sri Lanka wants to do the balance IPL matches. England, English county, England wanted a piece of the cake as well. So it's good to know. And he's always someone that India would be going for to play the remaining IPL matches. But there was talking about the week. There was a fantastic debut for one of Sri Lanka's bowlers, the left-arm spinner Praveen Jayavikrama, setting up a big record as far as Sri Lankan cricket was concerned in their history when he became the first player, first on debut, becoming a player to take the maximum match haul. He claimed match figures of 11 for 178 in the second test, and that was the best ever bowling by a Sri Lankan spinner or a bowler, one could say, on debut. And keeping the news on Sri Lanka, Tisra Pereira, one of our dynamic all-rounders for Sri Lanka. I've always believed that Tisra Pereira was a real heavy hitter because if you look at his build and everything, he's really looking like a real boxer. And Tisra Pereira has done great service for Sri Lankan cricket. But what really surprised me, at the age of 36, Tisra Pereira decided to hang his boots. And also considering the fact that Tisra Pereira, just of late, probably 1 or 2 months back, became the first ever Sri Lankan player to have smacked 6 sixes in a single over. And that really came as a surprise that Tisra Pereira, I was probably even thinking about Tisra Pereira playing the T20 World Cup when representing Sri Lanka, but it's all gone. Tisra Pereira has decided that it is time for the youngsters to take over, and he has decided to say goodbye to international cricket, but wish him well. But he was someone who was always a very good utility player in the middle. He was a good, definitely, as I said, he's a heavy hitter of the ball. And over and above that, his medium pace was pretty useful as well. Other than that, any other cricket news that I have here, I'm trying to share it with you, dear fans and subscribers. Well, other than that, Blessing Muzrabani has been doing a good job against Pakistan. We have seen that he's someone, definitely his name itself says that he looks to be really blessed with some pace and some good height as well. And he's the one who has been doing the bulwark for the Zimbabwean bowlers in the test match against Pakistan. So we definitely, there's a lot of things happening as far as cricket is concerned. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I think that really sums up everything as far as today's cricket show goes. And looking forward to your company once again tomorrow. That's on a Sunday when this cricket show will be there. We'll be looking at the third day's play in Zimbabwe versus Pakistan. And if at all any other cricket news or anything that pops up, then I would be in a position. But I'm still trying to see whether there's anything else that I could share with you, dear fans and subscribers. Just hold on for here. And let me see whether I can definitely share something as far as cricket is concerned. There's some English county scores that I can really share with you. We are talking about a match between Leicestershire and Surrey. Leicestershire made 496 all out. At Stump Surrey, a strong reply. They were 146 for none, retaining the 350 runs at Leicester. Rory Burns was not out 74, and Mark Stoneman was not out 59. So that is another just quick update there. The other match that is going on is Gloucestershire versus Middlesex, which was played at the Locks Cricket Ground. The Middlesex, if you look at it, and the match was Gloucestershire winning that match by 7 wickets. Middlesex batting first, make 210, principal scorer being Robbie White with 76. And then a 5-wicket haul to David Payne of Gloucestershire. And Gloucestershire in that first leg, James Tracy making 75, 51 to Cockbine, Ryan Higgins making 49, and there were 3-wicket haul for Martin Anderson. Middlesex in their second leg, 152, 52 to Nick Gubbins, John Simpson 40. So basically, they could not recreate the thing. And David Payne was amongst the wickets. David Payne getting into a match haul of 10 wickets in that match. So he did a fantastic job there. And Gloucestershire in the second innings, the target was just 90 runs. They won the match by 7 wickets. Brathwaite 21, 10 25, Bracey 13, Tom Lace was not out 31. So that was as far as that particular game was concerned. Unfortunately, there was no play between Glamorgan and the other match which I was talking about. I think it was Glamorgan. And other than that, I'm trying to see whether there's any other cricket news that I could share with you, dear fans and subscribers. Prasid Krishna has tested positive for COVID-19. And also Sri Lanka Bangladesh tour. We all know Sri Lanka is going to be in Bangladesh. They're going to play a series of, I reckon, test matches, but I will really confirm that. I'm not really sure about that. But definitely we are in for some cricket here, even during this COVID times, and hope everyone are staying safe. And with this being said, Yes, the Sri Lanka, it's an ODI series. I just got the information here. It's a Bangladesh Sri Lanka ODI series, which is going to be held in the capital in Dhaka. Sri Lanka is arriving in Dhaka, Bangladesh on 16th of May. After completing a 3-day quarantine, they get into business. Well, dear fans, subscribers, a pleasure bringing you this cricket happening show as ever, and looking forward to your company once more tomorrow on my cricket happening show. Till such time, I see you all, folks. It's goodbye from my studios. Thank you.